My name is Donna. I am not a naturally organized person. I've been on this mission to get my craft supplies under control and all organized. I can't see what I'll have, how much I have of anything over in my storage area. And so I thought I would show you what I've come up with in case you want to get your craft supplies all inventoried so you know what you have when it comes to crafting time. So I'm going to start off here on the shelves and I'm going to be working on this tote. It is full of different shapes of foam pieces and it is a real mess. So I'm going to empty all of the contents out. As you can see, some of the packages are open. So I am going to be organizing it all so it's all in one bag. Some of these packages are actually not even open yet, which is great. But as you can see, I could not tell what was all in there. So I am going to be using some Ziploc bags. I am going to be measuring the balls and then I'm going to just write the size of them in inches onto each of the zipper bags. So I'll be doing that for each one. And then I'll show you what I'll be doing for the other pieces as well. So I am going to be using an app to organize all of this and inventory everything. If you know of an app for the iPhone products, then please feel free to leave a comment down below, as well as any other suggestions that you might have for an inventory of our craft supplies. Any suggestions is greatly appreciated by all. So you can see how much of a mess it is down at the bottom there. There's lots of little bits and pieces. I am going to be keeping the scraps. I do use those actually quite often, and I also reuse a lot of my dry floral foam, so I am going to keep all of that. But you can just see, like, I just could not tell what was what. So I'm so glad that I finally just decided to bite the bullet and just get this done. So once you have it all organized and all categorized according to what your needs are, we are then going to turn to the app. So I am using Smart Inventory System. It is an Android app. Once you have it installed, you want to click on the icon and that will open up the app, and it is blank as you see. So if you press on the plus sign, it will give you a bunch of prompts as the selection of things that you can do. I am going to start off by putting together some groups. So I tap on group where it says add group, and I'm going to title this one Foam. Now that's of course the tote that I am working on. In the description, I'm going to give a brief idea of what is in that tote. As I was filling in the description, I discovered that you can't use commas in this app, so it did prompt me to remove those. So what I ended up doing was just putting the items on their own typed line. Now, this is a free version of the app, so ads will pop up. You do have the option of paying for a pro version if you choose, and that will remove any ads. So now I'm going to focus on each individual item that is going to be in that tote. So again, I pressed the plus sign and I clicked on add new item. I'm going to type in what it is that I am focusing on, and that is the 1-inch foam balls. And then you'll want to just type that in, put in the quantity that you have if that is something that you want to keep an eye on. And then at the very top of that, you'll want to press on the camera icon. That will bring up my camera, and then I can take a picture of the item that I am wanting to keep track of. Press OK, and then you can crop it down as needed. Once you're done, it will automatically be placed in the circle at the top, just like you see right here. So next, you're going to want to go down underneath the red bar, and it shows you all the different groups that you created. You want to tap on foam, as that's the group that we want this to go into. When you do that, it'll show highlighted in blue under the green bar. Of course, you can add this to other groups as needed. So you want to click on Save when you are all done, and then it will just pop up and show you the completed item. Now I want to go and check out my groups to make sure it's there. And you can see that it shows under groups as 1-inch foam balls highlighted in blue. So I went ahead and I did the same thing for each item that's within that tote. You can see that they're all highlighted in blue within my foam group. And I'll show you how to use this further in just a moment, but I wanted to show you a simpler way of using this app. I had this shelf full of thrifted items, and you can see that they were kind of loosely placed on there. I'm going to spread them all out onto the floor. I want to remove any of the items that I don't want in this section. And you want to just make sure that they're all kind of grouped together nicely so you can take a picture of all these items. So with this app, what ends up happening is that it will store a copy of the picture as well as a QR code of each item or group picture that you take. And that takes up room on your device. Unless you're using the paid version, then you have cloud storage that's available to you online. So just as we showed before, you'll want to take a picture of your items and then fill out the description box of everything that is in that item. I'm going to tap on the image at the top, click on Go to Photo, click on Gallery, and that is going to take me directly to the photo and show me what is within that shelf. Here in the gallery, at the very bottom, I have groups and items as albums, and that's going to show me all the different pictures I've taken, as well as the matching QR codes. Now, I am going to just specifically focus on groups because that will take up less space on my device. I'm trying to keep this free. But of course, if you want a more detailed inventory, then feel free to do the item list as well. So we need to print these. I am going to save each QR code on my clipboard by tapping on the QR code image, click the 3 dots at the bottom right, and copy to clipboard. Now, I'm sure there may be another way to print this out. If you have a suggestion, please feel free to leave that down below, but I found that this was the easiest way. Then I had a copy that I could save over onto my computer. So for me, the easiest way was to email these QR codes to myself. So I just put in my email address and labeled it as QR codes. In the typing area, I pressed and held till the paste clipboard and select all option came up, and I tapped on clipboard. I'm going to tap on each of the QR codes that I want to email to myself. And remember, this is all done on my device. So the images were quite large, so I'm just going to shrink them down a bit just so it doesn't take up too much time to email to myself. Of course, this is just going to be a sample selection for you. I will have a lot more QR codes to use, but I just wanted to show you how I am doing this. All right, so I emailed them to myself. I'm on my computer and I opened up the email, and I'm going to save each of these QR codes to my desktop. You want to right click on the item and click on Save Picture. And again, I'm saving them onto my desktop just so it's easy for me to find. But of course, feel free to do this any way that you like. So I'm just going to move them into the middle of my screen. I'm going to highlight them all, right click over the images, and then click on Print. And this picture print pops up. You have all these different sizes that you can select from, and it will auto-populate the size of printable that you need. Of course, feel free to do this how you like. according to whatever device you have. I am using Windows 10, and I'm going to have a couple of different sizes of QR codes that I need printed. I want larger ones for my totes, and I need smaller ones for some tags that I'm creating. Here is some white sticker sheets that I have, and I'm just going to put them into my printer, and I want you to just follow any instructions that are for your printer. I needed to put my sticker sheet in upside down, and it will print out, and I love this. It worked so well. It happened so quick. That's a brand new printer for me, so I'm really excited. Okay, I'm back into my storage area, and normally I would have this sheet full of QR codes, but again, I'm just creating a sample for you. I'm going to cut these down to size. I'm going to start off with this larger one. This larger one is going to be going onto the foam tote. And the smaller ones, I'm going to be cutting those down to size, and I actually want them to fit on those little shipping tags that I have there sitting on the floor. I had wanted to make these particular ones removable because I know that my shelves are going to be changing. And so I just thought that this would be the easiest way, and I didn't want any sticker residue to remain on the shelving unit that I had in place. So I just placed the QR code onto the tag, and I'm going to use some jute twine, and I'm just going to tie it onto the sidebar of my shelving unit. Of course, feel free to do this any way that you'd like. This is going to work for me really well. Again, like I said, it makes it so it's removable. So if I want to change things around in my storage area, I can. So I'm just going to tie that on just with a simple knot, and you want to make sure that the QR code is facing outward. I did decide to go in and label the back of this tag as well. There was a little bit of a label on the front, but it was in such fine print and my eyes are not working that great anymore. So I decided to write it on the back as well. So now I'm going to do the tote. Again, I'm using the larger QR codes, and I'm just going to stick that onto the front. I can read the font on that one a little bit better. Press that into place, and let's test it out. So in your device, you want to click open the app. You want to click on the barcode that's at the very top of the app, and that opens up the camera. Place it over the QR code, and this is what pops up, the foam group. So if you tapped on the foam group photo at the top, you'll be prompted to go to photo, click on gallery, and this is the image that will show up, or whatever image that you are using. So if you want to go to an item, you click on one of the blue highlights. If you click on it and hold it, it will pop up and it'll take you to the item that's in the app. So I've got the cones here. Again, I tap on the photo and it'll prompt me to open up that photo so I know exactly what it is, how many I have. You go back, you can do the same thing for each item. I think this is great if you do need to keep track of a bigger inventory, but if you don't need such a detailed inventory, then I just suggest that you just concentrate groups. So here I took a picture, I scanned my Thrift Flips QR code, and it shows everything in the description box, and my image shows everything that's sitting on that particular shelf, making it really easy. Of course, please feel free to leave any suggestions down below and questions that you may have for me. I am here to help. If you're looking for more craft room organization ideas, then you'll definitely want to check this playlist up here, and it is packed full with ideas from somebody who is, again, not naturally organized. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me today, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.